What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Doggie Diamonds. You are now listening to No Filter Podcast. No filter means honesty. If you're afraid of honesty, then this ain't the podcast for you. We gonna be honest today. We gotta stay diligent. We gotta stay on course. If everybody is outraged and angry, I understand. I'm outraged and I'm pissed off too. But at the same time, y'all gonna have to be careful because I'm seeing a lot of reckless posting going on that internet. You're gonna have to be careful with that right there. Because when you start talking about shit like you ready to go to the precinct and let off and you hope cops get killed and all that shit like that, be very careful. Because when they do start apprehending motherfuckers, they go right to your social network. They go right to your IG, they go right to your Twitter, they go right to your Facebook, and they pull all that shit up. And then they'll justify harming you based on the things that you said on the social networks. So we're going to have to find a new way to not express your anger, because I know you're angry, but you're going to have to find a new way to say what you want to say without it being public. Because when you say certain things publicly, you kind of can't take it back. You know, so you have to be careful and you have to be mindful of that could do more harm to you, you know, than in the long run. It could harm you because when they murdered Sandra Bland and when they murdered a lot of other people, the first thing they do is they go right to their social network and then look at what type of person they was. Look at how they felt politically and they dig up old pictures of their criminal past. You know, somebody might have went through the system for, you know, jumping the turnstile or something like that, and you might have had a warrant and you got booked, but now they're trying to paint you out as being some type of fucking criminal or something like that. So that's just they using for justification. So if you sat on that internet and said some crazy shit like you want to kill the police or some shit like that, you are out of your fucking mind. But I know why you're out of your mind, because how could you be in this country and see what the hell is going on and not be out of your fucking mind? You know, we all are hurting right now, you know, and just think about it. It's not happening to me. It's not happening to you, you know, physically to us. But we just tired of seeing our people get killed for stupid shit. Like, rest in peace to Eric Garner. You know, we watched him get choked out. Him saying, I can't breathe, and getting choked by some puny punk ass cop. And he died. Because he was selling Lucy's, they say? Lucy's? So he got a pack of cigarettes, or maybe not even a whole pack. He had some cigarettes and was selling cigarettes. And that was worth dying over. And I'm not saying that from his perspective. It was worth him getting killed over, I should say. That they had to kill him because he was selling Lucy's. Think how fucking crazy that is. And again, go back to what I said previously about resisting arrest. You know, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. If the cops stop you, right, this is what you do. If they stop you, if they're going to arrest you, they're going to arrest you. I'm going to keep it real with you. There's really no way to talk your way out of being arrested. It's almost like talking your way out of a ticket. You know, once they start writing on that motherfucking pad, your ass is out. Not unless you a chick and you flash a titty or some shit like that. And even sometimes if you flash a titty, they just might have got a cheap titty show and you still getting that ticket. You know what I'm saying? And then they might try to say you try to, you know, flash a titty and bribe them and shit. So be careful if you flashing your titties trying to get out of tickets. I'm not telling you to flash your titties. I'm just saying, you know, no matter what you do, when they start writing on that book, your ass is out. So a lot of times if the cops come and they got their mind made up that they are arresting you, they are arresting you. So the best thing you could do is just say, you know what, look, am I under arrest? You under arrest? Okay. Go willingly. Next thing you do, yo, I'm going to reserve my right to remain silent. I don't have nothing to say. I need to see a lawyer. That's it. Because you're not going to talk your way out of anything. But there's a difference between being arrested and being detained. If you're being detained, you need to know what you're being detained for and just ask for a lawyer. That's it. Stop arguing with them. Stop, putting up this fight and being feisty and all that, because that just incites them to do shit to you. Again, I understand somebody twisting your arm, somebody dropping a knee on your fucking head like fucking Ric Flair while you on the ground. I understand the fury and the anger is just a natural thing for you to fight back. I understand all that, but we're gonna have to find out different tactics to not get ourselves killed, because they're killing us and getting away with it. So, and then it's sad though, I can't even really say that, because it is some brothers who's 100% compliant, some sisters who's 100% compliant, and they're still killing them. You know, so it's like you damned if you do, damned if you don't, damned if you will, damned if you won't. You know, I think when this police officer approaches you and they intend on, and first of all, they're afraid. You know, because anybody who walks up to you with a gun out is fucking scared. And you're scared too, because shit, they just might shoot you. You know, but, you know, and then you have the other incident where the brother, I can't really pronounce his name too well. Philandro. I don't know. Let me look it up, because I don't want to, you know, Philando Castile or Castile. I don't know how to pronounce his name right. I got to get the pronunciation of his name, so I don't want to twist his name up. But you know, that brother who got killed in a car, they said he was allegedly, you know, reaching for his wallet, and the cops just took off on him. Like, what do you do? If you're complying with the police, put your hands up, show me your license and registration. Then you go to show your license and registration, and then they kill you. But did you find something peculiar that most of the people who've been killing black men that they're blaming for have been Asian police officers? What's going on with that? Like, did you notice that they're blaming like a lot of Asian police officers for killing black men? Now just look at the situations. You know, you had the Asian police officer who was convicted. Well, he was convicted, but he didn't get no jail time of killing the black man in Brooklyn. You got this new situation, and there's another one. I had it on cap, and then it just completely slipped my mind. But if y'all could remind me of it, I know it's another situation. And then it's so-called when the brother killed the man in Brooklyn, he so-called killed the Asian police officer. So I don't know. It's something tricky and fishy going on with that. I can't really put my finger on it, but I know something is not right. I got to do a little bit more research. I got to do a little bit more, you know, paying attention, a little bit more studying. But it's a climate, you know, being raised between Asians and police officers. And I'm not saying no Asians don't live in Minnesota, but I was like, I can't imagine Minnesota having a big Asian population. And it just so happened that if they do have an Asian population, one of them is a police officer, and then he kills a black man. I don't know. You know, I don't know. You know, I don't believe everything I hear and I see. Sometimes I just sit back, watch, observe, do a little studying, look at other situations similar that might have happened previously, and then I make my assessment. I try not to jump the gun, and I try not to talk too much from an emotional standpoint, because when you speak with your emotions sometimes, you tend to just, you know, let it go. So I try to speak, you know, from a person that thought it over. But, you know, sometimes we are emotional creatures at this level, and we do speak. So, you know, I could get it fucked up too. So I understand y'all out there. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, y'all got to forgive me because sometimes I be jumping all over the place. If you watch me live on my webcast from time to time, y'all know I could fucking talk about 20 topics in like 10 seconds. But another thing that I wanted to talk about is, you know, whose responsibility is it to educate the people in the community about what's going on? Is it the parents' thing? Because it seems like our society, black people, our society is being educated by entertainment, right? But the sad part about it that there is no education in the entertainment. Now, you got dudes who can sit in the barbershop, the beauty salon, or just around the way and talk about other people's money, who a real nigga, who this, that, and the third, but they don't know nothing else about anything. They know who got more money. I hear debates. Who you think got more money, Jay-Z or 50 Cent and all this shit? And I be like, man, what the fuck that got to do with anything that's going on? I don't give a fuck who got more money because I don't get any of that money. So I don't even care.